G'day folks, hello and welcome to the live stream. How are you today? Just another beautiful Sunday, not Sunday, it feels like Sunday to me. Oops, I'm getting some feedback. That's better, get rid of the feedback, Marcus. And bring the pop-up to the fore. Hey, flying the Mavic safe. How you going today? Moz, g'day. Moz, would you like to come and join me on the screen? Oh no, Chuck Crunch stuck up a tree for 3 hours. That is not looking good for you. But I hope you got it back. I assume you got it back, Chuck. Hey, Matthew, how you going? Matthew, would you like to join me? I'm happy to have you on the screen, Matthew. All right, Moz, I'm going to send you an invite. We'll see what happens this time, hey? Let's see. All right, I'm going copy and go over to here. Put that in there and... All right, I've sent sent Moz an invite. I hope you can get on here. And Matthew, I did see that you sent me your email address. There it is. Let's see if I can get you on here as well with this, buddy. Going back to here. And sending paste. There you go. Hopefully, Matthew, you've got an invite as well. You guys know you have to be on the Google Hangout page or at least have used it at least once before in order to receive those invites. Oh, thank goodness, Chuck. Thank us. Wow. Thank you, Lance Cruz, for joining us. So much appreciated. I hope... hey, Matthew's here.
Hey.
Hello, Matthew. How you going?
Good. How are you, mate?
I'm fantastic. I've had a day off today, so I'm feeling really good.
Yeah, same here.
That's excellent. Did you get to fly, Matthew?
Yeah, I did, actually. I've already posted about 5 videos already, so...
Oh, I apologise for not having seen them already.
It's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a bit hard when there's a lot of videos to catch up and do the editing and everything else as well, hey?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So, did you incident free? I hope, Matthew.
Yeah, I've already broken one prop, but that's all right. I had a spare one, so you know. But they're designed to be broken anyway, so you know.
Yeah, I suppose as long as the break doesn't happen when you're 120 meters in the air. That's,
yeah, no, I was on the ground and wind picked up the drone and decided to put it into a chain fence.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've learned. We all learn our lesson the hard way there. Perth West Aussies in the room, by the way. G'day to you. How you going? I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way. I stay away from anything metal, including my car, and which has had a little greeting with my drone in the past. So yeah, and of course it affects the compass as well. So if you're that close to the chain link, I'm surprised that you didn't get an error on your controller.
Didn't say anything to me.
Okay. Oh well, you were very, very, very lucky. I know. I tried to connect the other day when I was too close to my car, and I simply would not connect. And then I finally dawned on me. All I had to do was pick the drone up, take about 6 paces away from my car, and it worked perfectly.
That's good.
So yeah, well, we all make those silly mistakes, I guess.
Definitely, we do. We do.
Yeah, yeah. So how long have you been flying, Matthew?
I just got my drone 2.5 weeks ago, and I've already got about an hour, according to the DJI app, I've got an hour and 50 minutes up on the clock already, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you're obviously learning in quick steps if you've got that much time up already.
Definitely am, and I've already done 5 videos, like I said, so, you know...
That's great. That's great. And what do you use for your editing?
I use something that I got off Steam. Where is it? Where is it? Let me look at my desktop. Just give me 1 second. Sorry about this.
All right. If anyone else wants to join us on the chat, you're most welcome. I will need your email address though in order for you to for me to invite you. So the easiest way to do that would be to go to my About page, grab my email address, and send me a message with your email address on it, and then I'll invite you in. On the assumption that you are not somebody who's going to give me grief, as I had the other day. I don't know if you saw, Matthew, that live stream I did the other day, and I had all these haters in, and they.
Oh, really?
Oh,
that's not
mate,
good.
These people. I made the stupid mistake of posting the Hangout link up on my screen, and I got people flashing porn on my screen, and people.
Oh, great.
That's not good. Racist comments and all sorts of horrible things. So,
typical.
Yeah.
The program I use is called I don't know how you pronounce the first bit, but I'll give you the abbreviation. It is MAGIX.
Yep.
Movie Edit Pro 2016 Plus.
Oh, champion. We use the same program.
Oh, beautiful. Really? Hell yeah. Cool. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, Magic's Movie Edit Pro. I don't use the most recent version. I've got a bit of an older one. Mine's only 2014 version, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, I really like it. Not many people use it, Matthew, but as you can see, well, from your videos and mine, it does everything you need it to do.
Definitely. See, I started using it for my vlogs because I started doing my channels on vlogs that I was doing, and then they weren't really getting much views or anything, and so I went, I'll get a drone and see what happens, but I'm not getting anything at the moment still, so, you know, I'm still a very early channel, so, you know.
Exactly. It does take an awful long time. As you can see, I've been at it for about 7 years, and I'm just getting close to my 1,000 now, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
K-Dog's in the room, by the way. Thank you for joining us, K-Dog. It's lovely to see you here. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. We've got a few people watching us. That's 7 viewers at the moment, and welcome to all of you. And I hope that any of you guys who aren't subscribed to each other will do each other the favour of whacking a few more subscribers. And there are a couple of people who are probably new to even using Google Hangouts and may not even realise all you have to do is put your mouse to the right-hand side of the person's name in the chat, and you'll see 3 little dots. If you click on that, it'll say go to channel, and you can go over to their channel without leaving the chat room. It'll just open up a new tab, and then you can subscribe to them. So, yeah, get subscribing, guys. It'd be great if everybody could get a few more subscribers tonight while we're on the go. Once again, I'm inviting anybody who wants to check out. I'm going to go back and check my messages, see if anybody sent in a request to live stream with me, where I've just got to go to the appropriate place. Where am I going? Back to here. I see somebody else has subscribed to me just since we started chatting, so I'm not sure who that was, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's certainly not easy doing these live streams, but okay, I'm just going to messages. Okay, I haven't got anybody new on the message. I'll leave that open so that I can see that. Oh, you're on your cell phone, K-Dog. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I'm sure that's going to drain your data pretty quickly, so I won't blame you at all if you just pop in and go again. Yeah, we know how that feels. So, Crunch, what happened with your? You said you got it back out of the tree. Was there any damage to the crash you had today? Earth West Oz is on the phone as well. Geez, you guys are good. Thank you very much for going to that. I appreciate it even more when you're on your phone instead of on your laptop or your desktop. It's really, really very nice to see you guys here, and to hopefully we can provide a little bit of info, maybe something that you haven't learned before through the training. And I'm gathering most people here, from what I can see, are droners, and that's fantastic. Mind you, if you're not a droner, you're more than welcome to join us as well. So, West Perth just subbed to, K-Dog subscribed to West Perth, West. I can't even get my head around it. So, Matthew, I was just going to ask you, what are you doing by way of promoting your videos? Because that might be something that I can help you with, or that you can help others with.
I just go onto my Facebook and just do it publicly, but I don't know anywhere else to really promote because I don't know. I'm still new to everything promoting, so I don't know,
Yeah, because I'm all you've got to do is punch in the word drone into YouTube, and you'll see that there's like so many thousands of drone videos. So the only way to stand out, or to even get people to see what you do, is to promote it through other means. And Facebook's good, but Facebook groups are better.
Oh, okay.
So you just go to groups on your Facebook and put in Phantom, or put in drone,
right?
Put in Mavic, whatever, and it'll come up with a bunch of groups, and then you find ones that are appropriate for you and just try to join them, and then you can post your videos there.
Okay, I'll try and do that then.
Yeah, that's one good thing. The other thing, if you you fly Phantom 4, Matthew? Do you?
No. I've got the Phantom 3 4K.
Oh, okay, yep, right.
Yeah.
I think you did tell me that before.
Yeah.
Now you just go. The other thing you can do is there is a forum called Phantom Pilots.
Okay. Yep.
It's called phantompilots1word.com. You just go into there, join that. It's free, and then you'll find there'll be a group within that for your particular Phantom type.
Okay. Yep.
You can post videos there as well. So I hope that helps. That might be something else you can try.
Yeah. Just getting onto that website right now.
Do cool things in cool places, Chuck Crunch says. Easier said than done, Chuck. Way easier said than done. It's, we see a lot of people who are posting videos of work sites because it happens to be near them. And that's kind of okay. Depends how you do it, I suppose. Depends how close you get to the machinery and what sort of music you add to it. There's a whole bunch in that editing that's definitely going to help you get more views as well. So
that's one thing I've got to start learning to do, is stop using the YouTube music that YouTube's got. It's a good starting point, but I think that's not. I think it's a bit lame that I'm using that. I've got to start, like I've seen people say, go to these free websites, and I've got to learn to start using that to be more creative.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely something you can do. And because you've got Magix, Matthew, I don't know if you know the function within Magix called time stretch.
Oh, okay.
Basically, if you put a piece of music on your video and it's a bit too short or a bit too long, you can right-click on that piece of music and it'll say time stretch. And then you can adjust. It'll basically play that same piece of music, but it'll speed it up enough to make it fit, or lengthen it a little bit to make it fit perfectly.
Okay, that's good.
So, yeah, I see a lot of people who get, even if they go and get music from other places, they grab their music, they just get any piece of music that's, as long as it's longer than their video, and then they either chop it cleanly or off, which sounds terrible, or they fade it out down to the appropriate length, which is better. But if you can get a piece of music that's the right length, and time stretching it with Magix is a perfect way to do that. That's what I do.
Okay, I'll try and start doing that. And see what happens.
I know. And if you have a look at any of my videos, and you watch it right through to the end, you'll see the last note is very close to the very last frame of my video. So that's what I try and do. Anyway, I'm not saying I'm not perfect. I've got things to learn, but
you're a lot better than I am.
Yeah. K-Dog saving up for a drone on the chat. Excellent, K-Dog. Phantom 4. Yep. Your friend's got one. Okay. I would love to get a Phantom 4, but, coin dollars are not exactly easy to come by. So, we'll just, we just do the best we can with what we've got. Obviously, my plan is to make enough money on YouTube that I can then afford to buy a better drone.
I'd like to start making money on YouTube, but I just don't have enough subscribers and views to do it yet. But one day I will.
Oh, yeah. The thing is to stay consistent.
Definitely.
I mean, there's heaps of advice people will give you, but as long as you just don't give up and you keep trying to get new views, that's what I'm also going on lots and lots of live streams at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's going to get you, and some of the people that I subscribed to by meeting them on live streams, like K-Dog and others, they don't fly drones necessarily. They may have a completely different sort of channel, but if you show an interest in their work, and they'll have a look at yours and probably subscribe back, and then if they like it, they'll stay. If they don't like it, they won't. So, that's why you need to, getting your face on is really important. Hence, live streams. Yay. Everybody subscribe to Matthew if you haven't already. Give him some love.
So how was Townsville today? Bit hot up there?
Yeah, Matthew, it was very hot. Not as hot as it can be, but
humid?
Yesterday was hotter, but yeah, it was a beautiful day. I spent the weekend over on Magnetic Island, and as per that video you just saw.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Magnetic Island.
Yeah, so I came back this morning on the ferry, and it was beautiful. Yeah.
My mum grew up in Townsville, and I want to go back to follow her footsteps.
Okay.
So I'd like to go to Magnetic Island and see all of that. And
if you're ever up here, we'll catch up for a beer. And same that applies to anybody else who's coming to Queensland. Two Wheel Fixes joined us. G'day to you, mate. How you going? I hope you're all right. Just off night shift. Off a night shift. Thought I'd see what's going on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. Well, thank you for popping in before you go to sleep. Just reading the chat here. La Cruz saying, I thought I subscribed to you, Mark. I realised I've only been seeing your videos simply because we're friends on Facebook. So, okay. Well, La Cruz, thank you. It's good to find that out. I must admit, exactly the same thing happened to me earlier this afternoon. I was chatting away with this person, and I've talked to them on about 6 different live streams, and just went, holy crap, I didn't realise I was not subscribed to you. That's not really good. So, what else? Who else is talking to us here? Maggie. Ozatoir. Maggie Island, my favourite place. Excellent. Yes, you can do worse than going to Magnetic Island. And any of you who've never been, I'm sure most of you will probably have seen at least one of my Magnetic Island videos. It's a completely different environment. It's got these round boulders everywhere that are nowhere to be seen on the mainland. It's got Norfolk Island pines everywhere that are virtually unseen on the mainland. And it has the other big feature that you'll see over there, especially if you're there at the right time of year, is kapok trees. Now, I'm going to challenge you people in the chat. Who knows what a kapok tree is famous for? You know, Matthew?
No, I don't. No? Sorry. No.
That's all right. That's all right. Before I tell everybody, I'm going to give them a chance to subscribe. Yeah, Moz, I'm going to send you another invite. I see what you've asked me there. And Matthew, you just put in your, is that the name? That's the full name of your channel, Matthew?
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So, Ozatoir knows. Excellent. Well done to you. 10 brownie points. Yes. Those of you who didn't get it, kapok grow these big seed pods like this, and they have bright yellow flowers. And when the seed pods crack open, they've got this real fluffy seed-like material around the seeds. And they used to be used prior to using synthetics and using cotton. Kapok was used to stuff pillows for years and years and years and years. Not from Magnetic Island necessarily, but that's what it's famous for. So there you go, Matthew. You've learned something new today.
Definitely, yes. Good.
Where's Moz's email? I'm just going to send him another invite. There it is. Okay, going back to here and here. And if you're new, if you've joined us since I last said this, if you would like to join us on screen, if you have a webcam, you're more than welcome. I see Sam's just subscribed to you, Matthew, so thank you, Sam. Much appreciated. And he subscribed to me as well. Yay! Excellent. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Perth West Oz has subscribed to you too, Matthew. You must be getting a couple more.
Good. Thank you, everyone.
On the live stream.
Definitely.
And any of you who want to come and join me, come on down. If those people see your face, they're probably even more inclined to want to sub. K-Dog sub to Sam, so I hope Sam will sub K-Dog back. Excellent. So Matthew, you work through the week, I gather, or you're working?
I do work, but I only work part-time. I work at Big W, of all places. It's something, but...
Hey, it's a job. I'm not knocking anybody. If you've got employment, that's better than being unemployed.
It is. Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, and if you're only working part-time, that gives you more time to go flying too, mate.
I know. I need to save up to get a second battery too, so...
Oh, yeah.
I've only got one at the moment.
I only had one for a couple of years before I find... Well, now I've only got two, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's so many... That's a hard choice to make because there's all those... you know, those fake ones. Well, not fake ones,
I know. Yeah.
Brands. Yeah. K-Dog says, I need help to get you to... I need to help you to get you to 100 subscribers, Sam. Oh, okay. Good on you, K-Dog. See, people are helping each other here. That's what I like. I'm loving it, seeing people subscribing. So are you doing... are you still doing vlogs, Matthew, or are you just going to stick with your...
I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to mix it up a bit because I also do singing videos as well. So it's a bit of a mixture of a channel. So I haven't done vlogs or singing for a little while, but I think I'm going to focus on all of it, but just probably the drones a bit more because I'm starting to like drone flying. Yeah. It's something very interesting. You know, it's just... Well,
you can. I mean, there are an awful lot of people on YouTube who mix it up like that. But I do know that when I started focusing on one thing exclusively, rather than doing it, like you'll see if you ever go back on my YouTube, you'll see I did all sorts of things.
I've noticed that. Yeah, I've looked at that. Yeah.
Paper craft and painting and pottery and all sorts of things. But now that I'm focusing just on the drones and providing, you know, information for people as I learn it, that seems to be working better for me. So you might well stick with the three of yours for now and then realize on down the track, hey, one of them works better for you than the others and you give the other ones up a bit. But
definitely, yeah.
See how serious you are about getting subscribers. We all want subscribers, don't we?
Oh, yeah, definitely we do.
Who said the dole sucks? I'm sure it does suck. Chuck did. Yeah, the dole sucks. Poor bugger. That means you can't buy extra batteries or do whatever else you need to do. Sam Hayden is 6 away from 100 subscribers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Sam, well done. I hope you can get there, mate. Having said that, you know, I better make sure that I'm subscribed to you as well. That would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? Sam is at 95 and no, I am not subscribed to you, Sam, so I am now. Now you're at 96. Let's help him get to 100, guys. Now that would be a great feeling to see somebody hit one of the milestones while they're on live with us.
That's good.
And still got nobody else wanting to join us at the moment, but that's fine. What was I going to ask you, Matthew? I know. Where you're flying next? Do you have...
I don't know because I live in Brisbane and it's a bit hard to try and find places because there's a lot of airport in all that, trying to find not where the restrictions are, and it's difficult at the moment trying to find locations where I'm allowed to fly.
Yeah.
So
Do you use the Capture app?
I do, and I say to my friends and all that, oh, I'm restricted to 45 meters, and they're like, oh, that's not very high. I go, yes, it is. You're still getting good views at 45 meters.
Yeah. In fact, you're probably getting better views at 45 meters than you are when you're 120 meters up.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten to 120 yet.
Well, don't be in any rush to go that high.
I'm not going to.
You don't necessarily need to.
No.
I mean, a lot of people think, oh, how it's the best, and obviously we've all seen people who think they'll go way higher than that and head up into the clouds and all sorts of crazy things.
I know. It's fun to look at some of those videos, but they're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess probably at some point, depending on how adventurous a person you are, you might want to try and go higher. But I know this one particular. I'm telling a story here that's back in the day, back when I was a bit more risky than I am now. I was flying at 120 meters, and for some reason I just kept going. I just kept going. I don't know why, and I completely lost track of it. Had no idea where it was. Eventually it came down, and I thought I'd lost it until I actually heard it buzzing over the top of me. And then when it eventually landed and I had a look at the footage, I actually saw a helicopter flying underneath me.
Oh no!
So yeah, but I've taken that video down along with all the others, because most of you would have seen my story about yay, first person in Australia to be fined. How embarrassing!
Oh
yeah. So that's a lesson a valuable lesson to be learned. And don't be caught doing what I did, folks. And if you do, the number one thing that I can tell you, the number one thing if you're thinking of being risky, doing risky things, is don't put your face on the video if you think it's risky. Because that's what actually got me in the end. I flew from my unit with my face clearly seen. They could see where I lived.
Yeah.
And bang, I was done like a dinner.
Bet you that knock on the door would have been scary.
Well, it wasn't a knock at the door, but it was just as bad. It was a phone call while I was at work.
Oh, at work, not good.
While I was at work, and of course, the last thing I wanted to do was finish the day's work when I just felt like I'd been punched in the gut. So,
hello, is this Mark?
yeah. So I went back, like as soon as I got home from work that day, I took down all the videos that were remotely. Because they hadn't told me exactly what videos to take down. Just they said you've breached on a number of occasions.
Yeah, so you just went.
I just went bang, 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 and I did it so quickly that most of them I didn't even keep a copy of. So in fact, probably 99% I didn't keep a copy of. So they're gone forever.
No. Good.
Yeah, I don't want to see them ever again.
No.
Lots of people joining us. I see Keith is in the room, Eagle VP. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. Moz is obviously having trouble joining us again, Moz. That's no good. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Keith, Eagle VP over in the UK, please do that, guys. I'd really appreciate that. I'm sure he would. He did an interviewed me, and he's got a video up of that, and it's about an hour and a half long. I'll put the link up in the video once we finished, obviously, for anybody who hasn't seen it and could be bothered. What's this? La Cruz I'm just seeing what people are saying here. La Cruz droned over Brisbane River and did mistake of not realizing fighter jets were doing rehearsals low over the water. Holy shit. Yeah, crazy poor bugger. That is not a good thing, man. Well, I'm glad your drone just obviously nothing happened. Otherwise, we would have read about it in the paper. Boy, oh boy. The Daily Dog Reports. This is his second channel. Just trying to help everybody. Much love. Thank you. Aww. Thank you for sending love to people, and thank you for subscribing to people. If all of us get 1 or 2 more subs tonight, so much the better. And I'll tell you what, I am very honoured to have people from overseas with us tonight, Matthew, because...
that's good. No, yeah, I understand that.
This is the first, like I've done a couple of live streams now, and I've done them at 6 o'clock in the morning because it suits the UK and yep. American. But yeah, we're here at 8 p.m. and they're still joining us. So thanks, guys. Yeah, absolutely. How's Sam going? You up to 100 subs yet, Sam? I hope you are. It would be awesome. Oh, 97, he says.
Good.
Awesome, awesome. So, yeah, I'm just going to say what I'm doing next, because I try and mix my videos up. You'll know Matthew, and most of the people who are here probably already realise that I try and do a flight video followed by some kind of a tutorial video. Try and mix it up one-on-one.
Yeah.
I've got footage for about 3 videos from Magnetic Island, but I don't want to put them all up at once. So I'm doing a second pop-out. You probably saw that video, Matthew.
That was a good one.
Pictures.
Yeah, that was good.
So I'm doing a follow-up video to that, and that's a little hint for you, Matthew, too, is do a follow-up video on, even if it's only flying at the same place at a different time of day.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to get, you know, if you flew in the middle of the day and then you fly there at dawn the next, you know, at another time, and then you can link the 2 together, put in a card.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So and you can say, well, hey, you know, thank you for watching my video. I flew this one at midday. If you're interested, there's another one that looks quite different at 6 o'clock in the morning. So go and look at that one. So. Yeah, that's and that video, so for those of you who've already seen my Magnetic Island video that I just posted about an hour ago, I already had about 5 videos from Magnetic Island, and so you'll see I've got 3 of them, I think, are in cards that pop up periodically through the video, reminding people there's other stuff there, and I've got 2 popping up at the end in the end credits. So that's 5 opportunities for people to go back and to look at another Magnetic Island video if they like the one that they see tonight. So all good hints, and I'm open to getting more hints. So you guys on the chat, tell me what else I need to do to get to go further.
We all need the hints.
Absolutely. Moz got a good sunrise the other day before his coffee. Oh, I still have to have my coffee, mate.
Nice, yeah.
Even that sunrise that I flew on Maggie, I left the unit at 5:30 in the morning to walk down to where I was flying, but no, I got to have coffee before that.
The old coffee, yep.
Absolutely. Hey, Scott King from Michigan. Hey, Scott, thanks for joining us, matey. What time is it over there, Scott? Cheers, by the way, everybody. I'm just having a leisurely glass of wine from a piece of pottery. Remember, I used to do pottery? Yay. Yeah, so that I've done back to what I was saying. The next video is going to be delving deeper into the pop-out pictures that people can make with the drones, or vice versa. The first one was just about using a rectangle as the base. But you'll see a lot of other people are doing pop-outs now using not just the rectangle, but using other pictures like a television screen and having a picture pop out of that, or a mobile phone, or a Polaroid, the shape of the old Polaroid photo. And there's so many different ways of doing it. And turning your frame or your rectangle, it doesn't have to. The last video I said keep it horizontal, but you don't have to. You can turn it. So Moz says he likes the pop-out picture tutorial. Thank you very much, Moz. Hopefully I'll have another one out in a day or 2 with the follow-up. And that's what I was talking about, Matthew. doing the follow-up video, and then I will link the first video to the second one and vice versa.
Right.
So, and you can go back, you know, like obviously the one I've got now doesn't have a link to the second video because I haven't uploaded it yet.
Yeah, but you will.
but I will link it back. Yeah, absolutely. Keith, Eagle VP, just subbed to Sam. Thank you very much. Sam, how are we going with those numbers, buddy? 98? Yes, 2 to go. Are you good thing? Am I getting a bit overexcited here, Matthew? I might have to calm down.
Of course not. No, of course not. That's our Australian nature.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're Queenslanders, so we've got to be
damn straight. And guess whose football team got into the grand final on the weekend?
Congratulations.
The Cowboys.
Yes. It's going to be a good game, that, actually.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, if you're overseas, I'm sure you guys have your own football leagues, be it soccer or the what do they call it? They don't call it gridiron, they just call it football, I think, in America.
NFL or whatever, yeah.
Rugby league is our game of choice in Queensland, and the North Queensland Cowboys are based in my city. And
Townsville.
They are playing at Townsville, that's right.
Yep.
And they're playing the Melbourne Storm next weekend.
Yeah, Melbourne Storm's one of the other good teams, so it's going to be a good clash.
Absolutely. I must admit we are the underdogs, but you know, everybody loves to support an underdog. So go the Cowboys.
After the Broncos got flogged by the Storms 30-0, I've got to go for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. People are still subbing to each other, I can see in the chat, which I really, really appreciate, as I'm sure everybody does. Moz saying, did I get a chance to check out his vids 4 parts of 1970? No, Moz, I didn't, mate. Sorry. I'm slowly working my way through your videos. That's one of the things, and obviously when you get to a certain size as a YouTuber, it's going to come a point where you simply can't watch every subscriber's videos back because there's just too many, and I really hope I don't offend anybody if I don't comment or like your videos, but I do my best to see, even if I only get to see every second or third one, so I apologize in advance for that.
Yeah. Today, I haven't told you, but today I got my first time going over water. I was at a lake, like a lagoon sort of thing, and I was like a couple of feet off the water going through, and I was like, I wasn't scared or anything. I thought I would have been, but no, it was just straight through. And
oh wow, good for you. That's because I remember the first time I did it, my heart was pounding. La Cruz says he's at 100.
Nice.
Oh, that is good. I'm going to go to your channel, La Cruz, and do a double check. And it says, oh, hang on. La Cruz, no, not La Cruz, must be talking about Sam's. I'm going to refresh Sam's and see what he's up to. Hit a refresh on Sam's. Sam is at 101. Congratulations, Sam. Well done. Awesome, buddy. Excellent. That's fantastic news. The more people like that we can get to 100, the better. Or 100 or 200 or 500 or whatever. That is really awesome. It's not easy, I can tell you. Definitely not easy. But certainly letting people get to know you, I think. Anyone who's on the chat will know that being yourself and being... you know, actually letting people see who you are, what you're interested in, and that you're not just some fake. I had some delightful person the other day. Pardon me, somebody I'd never met before, but I saw their drone video, Matthew, and it was a really, really good one. And and so I put a comment on there straight away saying, mate, this is fantastic. This is beautiful. Time to the music. The color grading was fantastic. I'm definitely subbing to your channel because I think you do great work. You know, you're welcome to come pop over and visit me, my channel at any time if you like. And I just left it at that. You know, I didn't say sub for sub or anything like that. Anyway, I get a feedback within 5 minutes, basically saying, "Fuck off, you money grubbing hound. You're an absolute loser. I don't want anything to do with you. That was his comment back to me.
You gotta be joking.
No. So I don't know what his problem was, but needless to say, I unsubscribed.
Good. Serves him right.
I don't know what his problem was. I didn't want anything from him, and you know, he didn't have to subscribe to me. I was just saying, come over see me because we're both
definitely. Yeah. Nah, that's not right.
It's the first time I've ever experienced that. I was gobsmacked.
You would have been. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own. Obviously, you know, wherever you work and whatever groups you're involved with, you're going to run into people who are losers like that. So,
yep.
If you want to be on YouTube or you want to be in social media, you've got to take it on the chin, I guess.
Definitely you do.
Yeah. His problem, yeah, Sam, absolutely. Definitely was his problem, mate. He's, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not naming names or shaming anybody. Certainly none of you lovely people who are here in the chat room. Absolutely. Oh, my dog's just walked in. I hope she doesn't want me to play with her because, no, I'm not living here, guys, just at the moment. So I live in a unit, so I have a dog that's unit bound most of the time, except for 2 walks a day, and she's perfectly happy with that. But
good. Yeah.
You got any pets, Matthew?
I used to have a cat, but he passed away. But you know, I'd like to get another dog, but my dad says no.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a lot of work.
I know. Yeah.
Anybody else got a dog or a cat here that they want to talk about? Because I tell you what, everybody loves their animals.
Definitely they do.
Mark, now I've got to work on you. You're so close to 1,000. Oh, K-Dog, thanks, buddy. Yes, I am. I think I'm only 4 away from 1,000. So that would be fantastic if I get 1,000. But if I don't, and I've helped any of you guys out, that was worth being on here anyway. So, yeah, Moz is getting more subs. People are subbing to each other. Subbing away. That's awesome. So just sing out if you change your mind and you want to come and be on the screen with Matthew and I.
Come on, everybody.
I know we're the 2 best looking fellas in Australia, but you know that's all right.
Come on, guys, don't be scared.
Historical Magpie says, "Hey Mark, can't stay long, buddy, as I'm at work. Best of luck." Thank you very much, Historical Magpie. I really appreciate that, and especially when you're at work, it's really hard. So Sam's at work as well, but it's slow. So you've got 100 subscribers, Sam, while you're at work. How good is that?
That's cool.
La Cruz has got 2 Maltese cross Shih Tzus.
Ooh.
I bet they're adorable little things. Long hair, though, that would take a bit of grooming, I don't doubt. My boy Hackers in the room saying, "Friends, if you subscribe to me, reply, I swear I'll sub you back." Yeah. Well, I can vouch for my boy Hacker because I've only recently subscribed to him. He's still with me and he's joining us here today. So I know the name Hacker sounds bad. And my boy Hacker, I tell you what, if you could have your time over again, probably I wouldn't be calling myself a hacker because people are a little bit suspicious, mate. But regardless of that, I'm sure you're not hacking, and I've subscribed to you, so I'm going to ask people to subscribe to you as well. Perth West Oz says he's got a border collie. Excellent, excellent. He used to have a border collie cross. Is it the traditional black and white one, Perth West Oz? Scott's trying to reach 250. How are you? Let's see what Scott's got at the moment. Remember, if you don't know how to go and have a quick look at other people's channels, just click on those little 3 dots to the right of any comment they make, and you'll see Go to Channel, and you can hop over to there. Scott King is at 234 at the moment. And I see he's got a video up there. Scott, you've got a video, Michigan Fall Flight. Looks like you're flying over a golf course. That looks like Interesting one. And he does time lapse as well. You ever done time lapse, Matthew?
Not yet. I haven't experienced that yet. I know you can do it, but I just haven't gotten that far into the app yet.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's pretty easy to do if you just. I mean, when I first did some, all I did was just stick my camera out the window and left it there for 20 minutes on a cloudy day, so that there's something to see. Yeah. And then then when in Magic's Movie Edit Pro, you just go to the speed. There's one that says speed.
I know that. Yeah. And you can increase and decrease.
Yeah, you can only increase it by 4 times if it's got audio.
Okay, yeah.
If you remove the audio, which you can just go right click and go remove audio, then you can make it, you can put it in, you can do 16 times, 32 times. You speed up a 20-minute video to 30 seconds.
That's cool.
And it looks really interesting. Yeah. So, yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
Sorry, go on.
I wouldn't mind trying it on my drone as well, actually doing time-elapse, but it will be a little bit more difficult.
It might be a little bit more difficult, although, as long as you... It depends on how you want it to look, I suppose.
Yeah.
One of the things I do, I'm just having a look. Where have I got it? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to go and grab something. I'm going to be 2 seconds. Hang on.
That's fine.
And he's back. Be afraid. Be very, very afraid. I'm just going to put my screen back up so I can see that you can see. Okay, so this is what I use to do time lapse. It is a kitchen timer. This just happens to be a hamburger, but obviously you can buy them for a couple of dollars in any cheap shop. And it's got a GoPro mount on the top.
Ooh, so okay.
All you do is you buy a cheap timer that's got a flat top on it. I used to have one that was a penguin and another one that was I can't remember, something else. But anyway, yeah, any one that's got a flat top. And like I'm using a GoPro mount, but basically, if you just turn that and set, obviously it's going to slowly rotate over the course of 20 minutes or however long you set the timer for. And then if you do a time lapse to that, you get a variety of views as it's panning across. And
that's cool.
Cheap as chips. And I've seen people who use these who just, they don't have the GoPro. It's easy enough to just jimmy the lid off, drill a bolt, put a 1/4-inch bolt through, and then you can put any camera that's got a mount underneath it on there. And away you go. I haven't done one of those for a while.
That's my problem as well. I've got to start learning to do B-roll too. That's one thing that I'm always focusing on my drone, but it's not always doing that. It's more focusing on B-roll as well.
Absolutely. Get a mixture. Yeah, well, you saw that that one that you saw today, that Magnetic Island one.
Yeah.
I just at the ends there, all of that shot at the end there was just from my phone.
Yeah.
So and that's if you can mix it up, so much the better. One of the early ones that I did was a place called Kungullah Beach at sunrise or something, I think, and it had. It had some real close-ups of things that were just lying on the beach, jellyfish or a piece of coral or an interesting twig or, just being creative, basically. And mixing that up with some drone footage really just made it much more interesting than just flying around. Yeah. People are subbing to each other left, right, and center. I'm very pleased to see that. K-Dog's grabbing some tea and a good old American donut.
Ooh.
Yum. I'm hungry. Oh dear, although I shouldn't say that because this weekend I just spent over on the island was basically just drink wine and eat whatever rubbish I want to, and now I'm going to have to get back onto the salads tomorrow. So good to see so many people here. We've got 10 viewers at the moment.
That's good.
What did K-Dog just say? I earlier hit 400 subs. I'm working on a shout-out video. Mark, you're going to be in it. Oh, awesome. Thank you, K-Dog. That's very good of you, and congratulations on getting your 400, mate. That's fantastic news. I love it when people hit those milestones. Every milestone, and I've done a couple of giveaways, and psst, little secret, there's another giveaway coming soon when I hit 1,000.
Oh, nice.
Don't tell anybody, okay? It's just between you, me, and the goalpost, and everybody on YouTube.
Woo!
Yes, it'll be another drone video, and this one will be open to anybody who's. The last one I did was only open to Australians. This one will be open to anybody. So look out for that one. That will be probably coming out in the next week, announcing the giveaway. But you're not going to know. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. You have to wait for the next video. K-Dog, 5:20 in the morning over there. You're keen. Well, having said that, I get up and do 5:20 in the morning so I can see other people's streams as well. So give me a yes if you flew your drone this weekend, people. I want to see yeses from everybody. I definitely want to see yeses all around. I want to know that everybody is. What's Keith saying? Eagle VP will enter that mark. Just won a $5 Amazon voucher on AKA Our Life's channel. Congratulations, Keith. Excellent. $25 Amazon gift voucher will get you something nice. And it's good to do a giveaway if you can. And some people are say I've had people ask me how do I do a giveaway if I can't afford it, if I'm unemployed or whatever, and that obviously that makes things very difficult, but there are still ways around that. You can give away your time. You can give away your time to do a major shout out. If use the skills that you have, you could do a giveaway that was simply I'm going to create you a new piece of channel art, or I will create a thumbnail for your next 5 videos, or you just use the skills that you have, people. You don't have to go buying things, but definitely encourage people. And you can do that too, Matthew.
I know.
I'm sure you've got skills there.
Oh, we all do have skills, and just got to try and fine tune what we've all got.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. How's this chat going? Not this weekend. Perth, West Oz had it rain all weekend. That's not good. Moz says yes. Moz flew. Good on you, champion.
Good.
Eagle VP said it's his first win ever. Eagle VP, Keith, you are retired. Surely in your whole life you must have won more than one thing. Vinny G, hey buddy, you want to come on the channel with us? Come join us, mate. I've got your email address already. I'll send you an invite if you want to join us. Vinny G, for those of you who don't know, is also a Queenslander in the same state as Matthew and I. He flies down your way, Matthew.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. He's not right in Brisbane, I believe, but I'm sure Vinny will tell us if he feels like it, exactly where he is. Oh, okay. Vinny G is coming to join us. Awesome.
Sweet.
Awesome. Okay.
Good, I get to meet new people. Good.
Yes, exactly. Okay. I have sent you an invite, Vinny, so hopefully you can join us. And Dave from Perth is here. Yeah, I'm embarrassed for confusing you, Dave, the other day with that other Perth droner. I do apologise for that, and for anybody who missed that little bit of a chat we had. I called him somebody else, and I shouldn't have. So Dave is Perth West Oz RC. If you haven't subscribed yet, people, you know the deal. Get over there and give him the old sub 2-3. Vinny's not joining us yet, but you can't be far away. What's Moz saying? Thinking of sending a kite up and droning around it.
Ooh.
That could be interesting as long as you don't get too close or get the string.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be worth it. Definitely, especially if it's an interesting kite. I don't know if anybody saw the other day, I saw a drone video where it was, I think it was a community group, and they released all these balloons, and the drone was going to fly through all the balloons. And that probably would have been fine, except all of the balloons had about a 12-inch length of ribbon on the end of them.
That's not good.
Guess what? Hey, Vinny G's in the room. Hey, Vinny.
How you going, Mark?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. How are you?
Melbourne, not Queensland.
Melbourne, you poor bugger, stuffed up. Okay. I'm glad we don't live in the same town so that you can come and beat me up, Vinny.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, this bloke I was just saying flew through these, I don't know if anybody saw it, flew through those balloons, and it all had ribbons on them, and the ribbons got tied around the props, of course, and this drone dropped like a stone out of the sky. So don't do that, guys.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone would do that, actually. I mean, you just look at how a whippersnipper gets tangled in long grass. It's going to be the same effect with ribbons, isn't it?
That's exactly right. Exactly right. Probably would have been okay if it was just balloons, but I don't even know whether I would have done it just because the rubber might even catch, I guess, on the props.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I wouldn't do it.
So
I had a close call on one of my last videos. Actually, the last drone video I pulled up, I forgot about the height of the lampposts, and you can see I just flew over the light pole, and I reckon I just cleared it, and I absolutely shit myself as I'm watching the screen, because I was doing a bit of speed, and I was probably, I don't know, half speed or something like that, and I saw it, but it was too late by the time I saw it in the screen, So.
Yeah, well, I think we've all had close calls like that. I nearly hit a tree on the weekend over on the island. So yeah, you are lucky.
How are you looking at your chat, Mark? Just a stupid question. That's all.
That's all right. When you look at your chat, you can pop it out from the rest of the screen.
Yep. Okay. No, that's all right. I know where you're going with it. I was just going to suggest the same to you. Because that's what I usually do. I pop it out from the screen and put it in a side-by-side window type thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've got. So I've got Google Hangout on one side and the chat popped out on the other.
Yeah, it just seems to work a bit better than going backwards and forwards.
Oh, yeah. No, it's pointless, especially, and I've been opening up a couple of other people's channels, and that just stuffs the whole situation up as well.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, no. That's
So what else is new, Vinny?
Nothing much really. Just I want to buy a Sony. What is it? XR100 Mark IV, the point and shoot camera. I'm looking to buy one of those.
Okay.
And because I saw a couple of the big vloggers had them, and they actually have a good resolution, a big pixel, whatever they call them. I think it's 22 megapixel or something like that, and a 1 centimeter photo cell or something. I don't know. It's a good camera anyway, but it's yeah. So I'm aiming for that at the moment. And Sam Hayden, I just subbed you as well. He in the chat, he said he subbed me.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, good on you, Sam. It's so good to see Sam get over his 100 today. It's really good.
Oh, good on you. Yeah.
Yeah, he was only at about 90, I think, when he came in here. Now he's just hit his 100. So.
Wow, that's a bit of an expensive remote in the chat there. I flew a 1/3 scale SR-71 Blackbird RC plane, and it cost
$11,000. Holy dude.
Damn.
Nah, that's not pass.
Yeah, I couldn't fly that much money.
I'd probably be comfortable up to maybe $2,000 on a drone, and that's probably about where I'll stop if I ever get that much.
Yeah, so. My other drone that I've got, the one I built, that can carry a Canon EO5 camera type weight, body shape and all that. but I'm very skeptical about sending that much money up in the air. I really am.
Yeah. There's too many fails. That's my just dog coughing. Anyone who can hear that in the background. Yeah, definitely not something you want to do. You see some of these people spending so much money. That $11,000 is just crazy stuff.
Yeah. I've lent my glasses out again, Mark. A friend of mine's got them and he's taken them overseas, and I had to train him how to walk with them because he was too bit of a hoppy person, you know what I mean? And,
for those people who don't know, Vinny and I both got a set of spy glasses, which are those like they look like sunglasses, but they've got a camera right in the middle. And yeah, we've both done a video basically doing a review of them. And I haven't used mine in ages, to be honest, but they're still there.
Other people seem to use them more than me, but they are great. They are good.
Yeah, that's amazing what you can get for the price because they're 1080p, aren't
they? Yeah. So what are you up to, Mark? You're up to nearly 1,000, are you?
I think I'm getting close. I think I was 996 like when I just had a look before. Now you've asked me, I'm going to have to go back and have another look.
Could be happening on the stream as you're speaking.
I know. What have I got?
Scott King, I'm subbing you back. Go to channel.
No, I'm still at 996. There's all these lovely people here are already subscribed to me. See, that's I know Keith Eagle VP always says the same thing. He says whenever you do a live stream, it's everybody else that gets the subs and not the person who's running the live stream, and that's fair enough.
Yes, same as the thumbs up. Actually, everyone else gets thumbs, and except for the live streamers. That's why I'm always on the live streams, saying, come on, thumbs up, people.
Yeah.
Perth, West Oz. I'm subbing you as well.
Yeah, that's Dave. See, Dave, I remembered your name this time. What is Eagle V? Sorry, Keith, I see you asking something there. Are they in the giveaway, Mark? Is who in the giveaway? Oh, the glasses. Actually, could be. I'm not going to say, though. It's a secret. You got to wait for the video to come out.
They're actually, the quality of the film was absolutely brilliant that I got out of the glasses myself. Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. Well, the minute I saw you had them, I thought, that's it. I've got to get a pair for the price.
Well, it was. I'm glad it was. I'm glad you were happy, because it's always a bit nerve-wracking if you recommend something and then the person who gets it goes, "Well, it's not as good as you said it was." So.
Oh no! I mean, for the price, I mean, you're getting something Chinese made, cheap Chinese nasty, but that cheap Chinese nasty was actually quite good compared to some of the earlier micro cameras I've purchased, and by the time you had to put transmitters on them and everything, they were just Yeah.
I mean, there are. I mean, we both know that sound was pretty rubbish in that on those. Those of you who don't know, I'm going to have to go back and find the link now. Somebody wants to know. Dave wants to know what brand they were. You got the link there, Vinny? You can give him your link if you like. Or, I don't know.
I actually wore them to Safeways and IGA and all that in one of my vlogs, if you remember, and no one knew I had them on. Yeah,
no, they are one of the best, because they are there are others out there. It's really obvious where the camera is. So, I'm going to have to go looking as well. Scott, you can check out both of our videos, and then you'll have two people's opinions on it.
I actually don't have the video anymore because I made a stupid mistake of selecting, in the YouTube video manager page.
Yeah.
I selected all the videos and deleted them. I was spewing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I actually sent an email to YouTube, see if they could recover them, but they couldn't help me.
Oh, yeah.
But
and
actually,
you don't keep copies of everything on your hard drive?
No. Once it's done, I just scrub it once it's on YouTube.
Yeah. I was keeping them, but I'm starting to think maybe I've either got to get I really should keep them, because I know something like that can happen, like happened to you, Vinny. But I've got a terabyte hard drive somewhere in a drawer that that I haven't used for ages. So I might have to get that out and put them all on there.
Because I've got something like 340 videos, and I don't know how much space that would take up on a hard drive, or no, 390 videos. I'm pretty sure it's a big hard drive, you know what I mean? So I was actually thinking of using that, is it the Dropbox, Google Dropbox or Microsoft Dropbox, where you can, it's like the cloud.
Yeah.
And I was actually thinking of backing things up to there, so that way I've always got the files.
Yeah, use the Google one, because if you just go to like Dropbox.com, it only gives you really small amount, and then you've got to pay if you want anything more than that.
Keith says he's done the same as well. He did it with his one-to-one with Drone Journey by mistake, and yeah, he's scrubbed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've all scrubbed it. I was so upset. I had to walk away and just like, yeah.
Yeah. That's the link I put in the chat, people, for anyone who's interested in those glasses Vinny and I were talking about. Hopefully some of you might be interested in that. They're only like, what were they, $35 or something, Vinny, weren't they?
Yeah, $35 plus, I think $11 postage or some crap. They came within 2 weeks, I think. The minute I saw them, you had them. I had mine within 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty good, because those that was just from GearBest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because most of the stuff I get from GearBest takes nearly 4 weeks to get here, so that's really good.
I was surprised, actually. The minute I got them, I just couldn't wait to charge them up, and I actually worked out the microphone and why it's so crappy. If you actually hold the glasses close to your mouth, it's a good quality microphone, but that doesn't happen because they're around your eyes and your face, you know what I mean? So it's not going to happen. But nice. The friend who's got them at the moment, he loves them. He's a bit of a perv, you know. He's gone overseas on one of his what would you call it? He goes to the Ukraine to find beautiful women. He's gone 7 times and come back empty-handed every time.
It sounds like a bit of a dream to me. Yeah, well, you know, each to their own. I mean, that's the one thing I definitely am not going to do. If I use those glasses for anything nefarious, I won't be posting it on YouTube.
Yeah.
They actually look very interesting. I'm just looking at them now.
Yeah.
Oh, you would love them. You would love them. You would love them. Trust me. Even like remote control. Even for the remote control aspect of the drone, like Mark was showing, you can actually, you know, film the drone from a distance, and
that would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Being able to mix up the footage from the drone, seeing the drone plus what's coming from the drone at the same time. So
that would be cool. Yeah. $32.
Yeah. And if you check back periodically, Matthew, and anybody else, they do have them on special for even cheaper on occasion.
Oh, okay. So I've bookmarked that.
So definitely. The other camera I've got that I quite like is is this little one that you guys have seen probably.
I saw that. Yeah. I saw that on your videos.
Yep. Yeah.
What's the power source?
It's just got an internal battery, so you just plug it in with it. It's just plug it in with the under the cable that comes with it. But it will record up to 100 minutes of video.
Yep.
And it's got an SD card slot in there, if you can see that, people. So there's just an SD card in there.
So is that restricted to what size you can put in there? Or?
I think 16. I think it's 16 is the biggest.
Oh, that's heaps.
Yeah, I've only got a 4 in there at the moment, but if you just as a lapel or as a hat thing, although a hat, if you're going to clip it on your brow, it's not going to work. It's either going to point down or up, but because this little clip that you guys can probably just see there, if I hold that correctly, that little clip there comes off, but it only clips on the back. It doesn't clip on the sides or anything. You'd have to adapt it a little bit if you wanted to use it for yourself. But yeah, it does 1080p as well as 720, and records good sound as well. So,
are you using that app? I'll just look on my phone. I've been using it. I found it really, really good. Can I fly there?
That's the Casa one. Yep, I'm using it every day, every time I fly.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's very handy, very handy.
I was actually showing somebody from I think it was Owen. Actually, I was showing it. No, it can't have been Owen. Anyway, whoever I was showing, you can actually use it in the UK. It doesn't come up with all the airport stuff, but it does give you height restrictions. So in most countries around the world.
I was amazed actually. It doesn't matter if it's on the live stream or not. I was under the impression that I could fly some coastal areas, but it's amazing how many helicopter landing pads this app shows up.
Yeah, there's a lot more than you realise,
And you can't fly near them either,
No, they're supposed to be. I found one the other day. This blew me away. I was flying out in a rural area, so these are acreage properties, and I was just flying around at a reasonable distance from everybody's house, and suddenly spotted this big H on the ground in this person's backyard. They had their own helicopter pad. So actually, that wasn't on the app though, Vinny.
You could actually, because I've read the CASA handbook, which is quite thick if you go through the rules and regulations. An airspace is only controlled when there's someone in the tower. So technically, you can actually fly that airspace that has no one monitoring the tower. Once no one's in the tower, it's uncontrolled airspace, and you are actually legitimately allowed to fly in it, but you have to have permission from someone in the tower. So I don't know.
Okay. You've obviously read it a lot more thoroughly than I have, but that sounds smart, though.
Yeah, because I never knew that. I thought controlled airspace was an airport, but it's only controlled whilst there is people monitoring the radar in the tower. Once there is no one in the tower, they actually can't land at that airfield.
Okay.
So it becomes uncontrolled air. But do you want to take the risk? I don't.
Yeah, no, I don't either. But I definitely I won't be flying there again on that stuff near that bloke's place. I can tell you.
Yeah, no, that's see. Your CASA app should have actually picked it up, because I think the helipad has to be actually registered with CASA to be a legitimate helipad. Maybe someone's just got too much money and thought, hey, we'll get a helicopter.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely. I mean, I checked the app before I flew, and I checked again after when I saw it and when I landed again, and it's definitely not on that particular app. So
I'll tell you what surprised me, and I can see why there's rules like that in place. When you have a look at, there's apps on the internet where you can have a look at actual air traffic, like commercial planes. It is like a freeway up there. It is so busy, it's unbelievable.
Definitely it is.
And like I've seen footage on YouTube of people filming outside the window, the clouds and whatever, and you'll see the jumbo. They've actually run into a couple of drones, I mean, I don't know how deadly it could be to the plane itself if it got sucked into the turbine, but, it's the same as DJI. I've pulled one apart, and the thing people don't realise, with the DJI Phantom, there is actually a hardwired SD card in there that let's say when you register your DJI Phantom through the app, email and all that sort of crap, that goes to this SD card that is mounted in the body, and you can't get it out. But let's say it crashes into an airfield or something like that. Well, they've got all your information, even though you think, oh, well, they won't find me. All your flights, everything is registered in a very code to this card.
Well, I actually don't think that's a bad idea, because I mean, I know it's like Big Brother watching you, but if you're doing the right thing, that's not really an issue. It's only these cowboys who decide they want to get too close to an airport or whatever else. They want. Yeah,
I try to warn people. Like, there's a guy here in Fantry Gully. He took his drone to Werribee Mansion, beautiful place, and he's flying around with his drone. And I sent him an email personally an email, and I said, listen, bud, I'm using an app called Can I Fly There? I said, you really want to check before you post that video, because I told him, I don't care. I really do not care. But there's I've been pinned by a pilot from Moorabbin Airport for one of my videos for flying within the 5 kilometre zone. You know, so people actually do watch me. I don't care. I don't care where anyone flies, but you know, because I won't fly like that. I try to remain safe and legal. Yeah. Unlike Pauline Hanson, you know.
Yeah, in my town of all places, and yeah. That was
disgusting. Disgusting.
That was stupid. Absolutely stupid. I'm still not even sure whether she was fined. Do you know? Was she fined?
She was a Mavic. I think it was a Mavic.
It was a Mavic, yeah, but I don't know whether she was fined or not.
No, never heard nothing about it.
I haven't heard much about that either, so yeah.
Yeah, I think they just swept that under the carpet, basically.
Actually, I sent an email to DJI, because when they brought out that small drone, what's it called? The
Spark. The Spark.
Yeah, the Spark. If you have a look at the advertising for that and the marketing, you know, they've got people flying it within, you know, too close to them. They're flying it over kids in the marketing campaign and everything. And I said, hang on, you are actually promoting this to the public when, you know, drone flyers know that this is actually illegal.
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, if it's under 100 grams, that's fine. You can do whatever you want, you know. But these things, the Spark is still over the 100-gram weight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know what does CASA say about, you know, if you have permission from all the people, you know, like if you were flying with if you say you're with 2 or 3 other families at the beach and you were flying too close to them, if they've all agreed, does that make it okay or not?
No, you still got to stay within your 30 metres. Yeah. I myself had a funny experience at the beach. I don't know if you ever saw the video. I've actually privated it, because that was the one I got pinned on. We had a speedboat in the water, and I was chasing the speedboat out and all that sort of stuff. But where I was chasing the speedboat with the drone, I was within the 5 kilometre radius of Moorabbin Airport. But then once I finished, I couldn't believe it. This happened, you know. Once I finished chasing the speedboat, the family came back in, walking along the beach, and I was just filming my family, my wife and kids, from 30 plus meters away, walking along the beach, and these 2 ladies run over to my wife. Excuse me, you're being stalked by a drone, you know. And my wife just
really?
Yeah, that's my husband, you know. And yeah, but it's amazing. Like, you don't really see many drones here in Australia, but people have already had that fear instilled in them that you know, Big Brother, you know.
I'll tell you a funny story about speaking about that sort of thing. That happened to me on the weekend. I was flying at a bay that you can only walk to over on the island, and it's well known as a nudist beach. And I as I walked down onto the beach, there's this young couple both lying there, starkers, and I wanted to fly. And I'm going, will I, won't I? If I fly, they're going to think I'm perving on them.
Yeah.
So I walked just close enough so that when I yelled, they'd be able to hear me. And I yelled, "Excuse me!" And of course, the lady completely covered all the bits. And the bloke just sort of rolled over and didn't really worry about covering himself up. And I just said, look, I've walked all this way down here, and to take footage of this beautiful location, I'd really like to fly my drone, and I just want you to know that I'm not trying to spy on you. Would it, I just wanted to let you know in case you'd like to cover up before I fly, and obviously I'm not going to focus on you, and I won't get you in the footage, blah, blah, blah. And they just went, oh no, that's okay, no worries, off you go. So I don't think they were really worried whether I got it in the footage or not, but obviously if I haven't even looked at the footage yet, I'm going to have to blur them out.
I don't. I don't think that that's just restricted to drones though, because I don't know if you saw it. I made that video on carnivorous plants just up the back of my place here, and so I was on my hands and knees on this bushwalking track with the GoPro, and I'm trying to film in close, and there's this couple walking past, you know, and they're looking at me real weird.
You're trying to upskirt them or something.
And I got up. I said, "Don't worry, I've got a YouTube channel. I'm filming these plants," and it was good because they stopped and they go, "What kind of plants are they?" I said, "They eat bugs, you know, carnivorous plants."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, I never knew they existed here." And I said, "No, we've got our own variety here. They're not Venus flytraps. They're sundews." But I still had to explain because I felt like, you know, they were looking at me weird.
Who's this deviant in the undergrowth? Yeah, you've got to be careful. Well, but then, as you say, you got somebody else interested. Did you tell them your channel name? I hope.
Yeah. They actually they subscribed, I think. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so, yeah. I must make a T-shirt up and you know, promote my own channel. Vinny G.
Yeah, I've just I was actually telling on another live stream earlier this afternoon about I'm using what the hell is it called now? It's complete. I've had a mind blank now. I've actually it's one of those places where you can basically put up any photos or any images on this site, and you can then decide whether you want it on T-shirts, jumpers, cups, hats, whatever. And if people order, then that they will then make it and send it to the person, and then you get a percentage. Yeah. What the hell is it called now? Anyway.
Not Teespring.
No, not Teespring. But it's kind of like that. I actually have the link on most of my new videos now as well. So, but yeah, I mean, that it's worth. You could do that and just put your own logo on one, and then order one, and then even if no one else ever orders one. That's one way of doing it. But I guess you probably got shops down where you are, like I have up here, that can do that.
I was actually thinking of because I do a bit of airbrushing one, but I just got to get my ass in the gear to do it. So
well, you've done. That's right. I remember you doing those airbrush T-shirts for your daughter. It was for your daughter, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you see my latest one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, wait there. I'll go and get it. Hang on. Yeah. I'll just mute it. So
yeah, no worries. We've still got 13 viewers on the live stream this evening. Thank you, everybody who stayed with us. I really do appreciate that. And I'm sure Matthew and Vinny are the same.
Definitely we are, yep.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to join us, you're most welcome to. Moz says he's got cheap business. Oh, Moz, you're going to have to email me the link where you got that. That's really cheap. Business cards, $10 for 200. That's good.
That's nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be up to something like that.
Yeah, I've had business cards made before, but they need updating, and so I'd be more than happy to hear about that if you're willing to share, unless you want to keep it a secret.
That actually looks really good.
Yeah, I did it on canvas. So
wow, that is awesome. Do you sell those?
No, I just did it out of boredom, you know. I should give them away or something, but you're not going to believe what happened to me, Mark. A couple of weeks ago, I'm sitting here inside, and there's a knock at the front door, and I go to the door. There's no one there, and there's a Star Trek package left at the door, and okay, so I ring up Star Trek and I tell them, listen, I got this package here, and an Indian guy goes, yep, it is yours, you know, and I said, okay, yep. Not my name on the package though, it's the address but not my name. And so I tried returning it for 2 weeks, and in the end unsuccessfully able to return a package. Oh well, I'm going to open it, bugger it. It's a brand new Telstra NBN ready modem, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, well, this is, you know, no one wants it back, so now I've got this friggin' modem that you know, for nothing, because no one wants it back. And I couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, why couldn't it be an iMac book or something like that, you know? But no.
Well, I can tell you, Vinny, as somebody who works for Telstra with people who are moving over to NBN, that probably that could have been for you, because random people all over Australia are receiving those without having asked for them.
Oh, okay.
And what happens if people receive them and then they plug them in, it sends a message back down the line that tells the NBN company that they want to move to NBN.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like if you decided that you don't want to move, I shouldn't be talking about work, but I'll cut it short after this because I'm going to get myself in trouble. But yes, apparently if you plug the modem in, even if you've decided you don't want to go to the NBN until the end of that 18-month period, it sends a message back down the line, and then you've got to sort of cancel it if you. Anyway,
that's the NBN is a really good thing, but down here, where I am, they're going to have to do something because our exchange is so old that as the population grows, there's no more ports available, and at least once a month, I keep getting disconnected. And when you seriously look at our internet service in Australia as a whole, we're ranked 50 something globally, and
I know it's embarrassing. Yeah, for a first world country, we should be way up higher than that. Ridiculous.
Yeah, Romania has a better internet service than us.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. You on NBN, Matthew?
Yes, I do. My uploads to YouTube take like 2-3 hours to upload. You know, it's ridiculous.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Well,
you on NBN, Matthew?
No, I'm not.
He said no. Yeah.
No.
Ah, okay.
No, no. It looks like Moz wants to join. Mark.
Oh, okay, Moz. Sorry, I didn't see that. I'm going to try again. Okay, I'm going to go to grab your email address, Moz. Thanks, Matthew, for watching.
No, you're welcome. No, it's all right.
Okay, try. Third time's a charm. Okay, I've just sent that again, Moz. I have NBN and the downloads are very quick. Uploads still very slow.
That doesn't surprise me. Telcos like to limit the uploads here in Australia.
Yeah.
From what I know, the NBN is still bottlenecked into copper though here. You know, it's not actually full NBN as it stands. They still need to.
It's fibre. It's called fibre to the node, so it's only fibre as far as the pillar in your street, and then it's copper the rest of the way. So
yeah,
I'm very, very lucky that this place we moved into 3 years ago was one of those early ones where they were running fibre all the way to the premise, and yay, I've got one of those. So
beautiful.
Extremely lucky.
Yeah.
It's called fibre to the node. Hey, Morris.
Hey, how's that?
With us. You're working. There you go, Moz. This place we moved into
Finally.
2 years ago was one of those early ones where they were running fibre all the way to the premise. Hey, Moz, what you're going to have to do is mute the actual live stream on YouTube and then just watch it on Google Hangout. Otherwise, you're going to get feedback.
How's that?
You're working.
That's it.
Hey, good sound.
Yeah, we can see you, Moz. Finally, it's taken a while, but you've got it worked out. Excellent. What you're going to have to do is mute the actual live stream on YouTube and just watch it on Google Hangout. Otherwise, you're going to get feedback.
No, he hasn't done it yet.
All right. How's that?
That's it.
Hey, good sound.
Yeah, we can see you, Moz. Finally, it's taken a while, but you've got it worked out. Excellent. What you're going to have to do is okay.
I've muted him.
Oh, thank you. So Moz, you can hear us now? No.
Hang on. No. He's gonna have to unmute himself. Does he know how to do that?
Moz, can you unmute yourself? You've been muted. Just click the microphone button at the top of the Hangout screen. No, looks like he's having a bit of a challenge there. Unmute. Yeah, you have to unmute. You have to click that microphone icon on the top of the Hangout window.
He's looking at it.
He's thinking there. Okay, I can hear you now, Moz. Have you muted the YouTube channel live stream window? Got an icon on the top of the Hangout window.
To mute it.
Yeah, you need to go to YouTube, the YouTube live stream window, and then mute the live streams, because otherwise you're going to get this feedback happening. Have you muted the YouTube? Try that, Moz. How's it going now?
Yeah,
That's better.
That's
You've
it.
done it. You've done it. Excellent, Moz. So how was your day today?
oh yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
That's
Surviving
right.
and thriving.
You go for a ride?
Been to Cairns and back, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Did you fly today, Moz?
No, not today. I should have. It was a brilliant day for it.
Yeah. If any of you lovely people who are here in the chat haven't subscribed to Moz, I'm sure you probably have by now, because Moz has been here for a while, just been on the quiet before he finally joined us.
You ride a bike too, Moz, do you?
Yeah, certainly do.
My riding history ended when I hit a kangaroo with mine.
Oh, it's not
Does
good.
that.
Not so much any injuries, just that the better half, you know, I told you, if you get a bike, I'll get the divorce. You know, that.
I had a very, very similar experience, Vinny. When I was 21, I think I was 21. I was riding a bike. New girlfriend. She wanted to ride the bike, and so I let her and and I was pillion on the back. And a kangaroo leapt off top of a cutting down onto the road right in front of us. And yeah, she ended up with brain injury from it. It's very sad. And I didn't.
Yeah.
I ended up with a bung elbow, and that was about it. And she's permanent injury. It's really awful.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the kangaroo actually wrote my bike off, so that was the end of that. But I actually stayed upright. I just ploughed into it while I was on the hop going past me, but it was still enough to. I didn't realise how solid they were, those things, until I actually hit one with the bike.
Oh yeah, you hit one with a car and see how much damage it does to your car. You know how solid they are.
Yeah. I used to drive trucks interstate, and I remember going, you know, the Denny Ute muster they have in Deniliquin in New South Wales.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was in a B double, and I'm just heading up to Echuca, and all these utes are going past me about 1 a.m, and like they were way in the distance, and I could see brake lights, and all of a sudden I just seen the brake lights just go poof right up, and as I drive past, 2 cars just totally destroyed by kangaroos, you know.
Ooh,
That's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in Cobar. I know all about roos.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Cobar, you'd see some of the big ones out there, wouldn't you?
I
Still
haven't eaten one, and I still don't think I ever will.
Oh, what's wrong with a bit of Skippy on the plate?
No, I don't know. It's just I look at them as giant. It's just a giant rat, you know.
No, I've eaten roo before. It's actually because you can buy it in Woolies and Coles now, so it's it's quite good.
Yeah.
It's like eating veal, you know. Some people won't eat veal because they keep thinking of the baby cat. Don't think of it as a giant rat. Just think of it as a nice piece of red meat.
The dogs love it, but that's nothing. So, what do you fly, Moz?
Oh, I've got a Mavic Pro and a Phantom 4. The Mavic travels with me on my bike, and the Phantom in my car.
I'd love to have a Phantom
Ooh,
4.
nice.
I think we'd all like a Phantom. We're very jealous of you, Moz.
The Phantom 4 Pro is just an amazing machine. I reckon that is probably their best model in that DJI Phantom series. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the best. So it's the best until they bring out the next one.
Yeah. Although I I do like the Mavic, but like when you read about communications between, say, Europe and Australia, the specs just aren't up to what they're advertising on their box. You know, we do not get that distance that they're getting, say, the US or something like that. You know what I mean?
I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
we're restricted. I mean, I don't want distance anyway, because if I can't, I shit myself when I can't see the drone. I really do.
Yeah, same here.
So do you fly, Moz? Do you fly with the Go app or the Litchi, or what do you use?
Leachy.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. That's all I do. I won't go back to the Go app. I just find it's too all of those updates and too much stuffing around.
Yes. See, I what would you say? The flight controller that I have in the drone that I built is a totally different ball game to say a DJI Phantom thing. Like, they're very, very programmable, and you really got to know what you're doing. Not that I do, because I'm still tuning the friggin' thing, and I have unrestricted everything on this flight controller. If I could have a nuclear power plant running the thing to keep it up in the air forever, I could actually fly it around the globe, you know, through GPS. But I look at the people who build drones, and I'm thinking, I wouldn't build another one. I'd just go buy an off the shelf like the Mavic or something like. I love the Mavic Pro, actually.
Yeah.
Everything fits in my top box of my bike.
Yeah.
I flew with some guys a couple of weekends ago, and the lady had a Phantom 4, and the lady was there had a Mavic, and she said how much she experiences hassles with the birds always attacking the Mavic but not touching the Phantom. Do you experience that, Moz?
Sorry?
Do you have hassles with the eagles or the kites and that for the Mavic more so than the Phantom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it's a size thing.
Yeah? You don't reckon it's anything to do with the colour?
Possibly, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really think if it's smaller than it, they'll go for it.
Well, then if that were the case, then you would think that maybe people with a Spark would have the same problem.
Yeah, I would suppose so, except they'd probably really take them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a company in America that's actually trained eagles to capture the drones in mid-flight, where they're flying over banned areas. These guys have like full-size eagles, and they just point to the drone, and the eagle goes and gets the drone and brings it back.
Yeah, I've seen that footage. They like the bird flips upside down to grab the drone from underneath, so they don't get cut by the drone. It's crazy how they do that.
Yeah.
So
how long does the Mavic stay in the air for, Moz?
When there's a hawk around, not very long, but normally about 25 minutes.
Shit, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. For considering the size of it compared to the Phantoms.
Yeah, when I built the drone, the big drone, I had to try. It was so technical. I sat down for 3 weekends in a row and had to do the calculations were so intensive. It was like friggin' level 1 maths. Voltages, amps, propeller size, thrust, drag, resistance, ohms, all that sort of crap had to be taken into consideration to try and maximize the flight time out of a 1 kilo 6S battery, you know, and I managed to get 40 minutes out of it. But that's with no payload. If I put a GoPro on it, the minute that extra little camera goes on, it drops by 7 minutes.
Wow. Makes you really appreciate the technology that's in these off-the-shelf ones when you build it yourself.
Yeah. Well, there's no carrying this thing either. I'll go and get it and show it to you. There's just no carrying it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'd be able to. Well, obviously, Vinny is very technically minded. He's built all sorts of things. I want to ask him about apparently he was building like an DJI Osmo type thing, a gimbal, building one from scratch, a handheld gimbal for vlogging. I don't know how he went with that one. I kept meaning to check with him. Hey, Scott, thanks for the live chats are really cool, mate. Absolutely, they are. I can't believe we've been going for, what time did I start? 7:30, and now it's 9 o'clock, so an hour and a half already. Just feels like 5 minutes.
Well, I've only been on 5 minutes, just tried to get on for an hour and 25.
This thing just fits through a doorway. It has a 780 mil span. You know, it is quite big.
That looks so cool.
It's just going through a rebuild. I've got custom retract landing gear on there that I made from, I got the idea off YouTube actually, made from RC aeroplane landing gear. So, kids.
Wow.
Yeah,
I can hear. And has it got a, what size props has it got on it, Vinny?
16-inch.
Nice.
With a 4.7 pitch. And you don't want to get in the way of those things because they're carbon fiber, and yeah, they seriously cut, you know.
Yeah.
And
I wonder if it's the Canon camera then.
Yeah, and I'm actually not comfortable with flying it for the simple reason that with the DJI Phantom, I've actually been hit by one, the props didn't actually they drew blood, but they didn't cut me too bad. As in this thing, if a little kid or something like that went near it, it would take fingers off. You know,
yeah.
So I'm very apprehensive about flying it. It's just one of those things, I guess. You know.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm sure. Hopefully, you don't regret having built it in the first place because of the experience of what you've learned from it. So
no, it was a learning experience about the whole. It just taught me how to sort of work out how these things can stay in the air longer, and with conserving battery power and all that sort of stuff. It taught me a lot. The technology taught me a lot, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't like working with carbon fiber as well. I've got a lathe and a mill, and very hard stuff to cut carbon fiber. I have taken the teeth off hacksaw blades with carbon fiber. You know. So
yeah. Oh. But you're obviously really technically minded, and that's, you know, you've built your games and all those sorts of things. So
yeah. But
someone
still,
like you's having trouble. I can't imagine, you know, anybody with less experience than you even attempting it.
I don't know if you guys have Hamish and Andy on the radio up there.
Yeah, we do.
You do? Okay. They had a segment, I think, about 2 weeks ago about people who bought drones, and there was just the comical aspect of it. And this guy rings up and he goes, yeah, I bought a drone. And he goes, oh, what sort was it? And he goes, oh, DJI Phantom 4 Pro. And he goes, oh, and how do you find it? He goes, I don't know. It took off once and never came back.
I actually heard that one. It was at a barbecue.
Oh,
yeah, and
man.
Then there's the other guy who was on the Tasmanian ferry that goes from Melbourne to Tasmania.
Okay.
And he home pointed the boat as his home point. And so when he pushed return to home.
Oh, God. That's not good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What is wrong with these? They've obviously got too much money, or they don't, you know. I mean, I know they say guys don't read the instructions, but geez.
Yeah, your home point's moved. You know?
Yeah.
I can see what he was trying to do, because imagine filming around a boat. You know, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of those times where you'd have to catch it manually. You know.
Yeah. Well, my friend, you guys are probably sort of sub to him already, Richard Parmisano over in the New Orleans.
Yeah.
He just put a video out yesterday, I think, about crabbing in his area, and he was obviously flying his drone from the boat, and he got some really good shots. You know, traveling along at the sideways at the same speed as the boat, or coming up from behind. I haven't asked him yet how he goes, but I want to pick his brain, because I'm sure he would have been crapping himself, basically.
I tell you, a couple of videos that I've been watching and have absolutely been fascinating to watch, as boring as they may sound, that you mentioned crabbing. these guys put GoPro cameras on their crab traps, and they let the crab trap go down, and they'll just sit there, and because the GoPro's waterproof, filming the crabs getting trapped in these.
I've seen that. They are. It's really just because you never ever think, you know, get to see their behaviour, do you? You just chuck in the crab pot and you pull it up and there's crabs in there.
Yeah, I was amazed. You know, it was really good.
Yeah, since when I first saw that, I wanted to. I still haven't done it, but I would love to do that myself.
Do you, any of you guys subscribe to Jim Bowers?
No, I don't.
Demon Seed?
No, don't think so.
No.
Okay, he does. I think he's got 28,000 or 29,000 subscribers, and he does a lot of drone reviews and that. And they've come out with a new underwater drone, but it's still cabled. So you know, you've got a line that runs out with it, and I'm thinking, what good would that be? You know, an underwater drone. You know, especially if you're restricted. You know?
Yeah, you may as well just take a GoPro underwater and do a bit of scuba diving or, you know, snorkeling or something.
Because
it doesn't make sense to me, but
he's got some great land drones. They're like a remote control car, electric car, and they've got like a camera stabilizer on them for the GoPro. And you can drive these cars. They're virtually indestructible, and they go over any kind of land surface. That would be awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Sounds all right. I'm just looking up. Oh, yeah, Demon Seed Jim Bowers. Okay, yeah. I just subscribed to him.
He's a weird kind of a bloke, but he does a lot of drone reviews and things like that. It's not too bad.
28,000 subs. He must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh well. No, that's there's certainly. I mean, there's so many people out there that I haven't subscribed to, and I tend not to subscribe to too many of the really big YouTubers, just because I don't know. Just
I like Keith's attitude. He keeps asking Casey Neistat to come and do a one-on-one live. I thought that was
yeah, good luck with that, Keith. Sorry, buddy. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
I'd laugh if it did.
Remember Casey's video, Christmas video last year with that massive drone that hauled him up over the top of buildings?
Yeah.
You know, I thought of that when you showed us your big drone. That was, you know, yours is tiny compared to that one, mate.
Yeah. I've actually had this one, the big one, in flight at head height, and I'm with my foot on the trigger because it's got a Futaba radio. I held onto the legs and just powered it as much as I could, and she's got a bit of lift. It's certainly not going to lift me, but you can see why it can lift a Canon camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's some of those big ones when you see commercial drones being used in movies and stuff. They're obviously pretty massive to carry.
Well, this one here is at that level, but the regulations for flying this is you've got to have, which I don't. You've got to have two radios: one the camera operator, and one the drone pilot, and another person on the ground as a spotter. So technically,
Yeah, it's not really practical for an individual. It needs to be a film studio with the staff almost.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's no good. It'd be all right filming an eagle's nest way up a mountain or something like that, but where am I going to find that around here? I've got sparrows and parakeets and shit like that.
and your favourite parakeet's outside in the cage anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, he fell out of a tree with a broken wing. I don't know, he might have got hit by a car or something. He was really vicious at first, but after you put a couple of leather gloves on and squeeze him a bit, he's learnt to have a bit of respect for humans.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, you know, you give as good as you get, and they'll suck it up eventually, I guess.
Yeah, you know, you just got to show him who's boss. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. It's good. I've never kept birds, so I've always just had dogs, and that's it. I can't believe we still got 13 people in the chat.
That's really good to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really pleased. We're just prattling on, guys, here, obviously, and I'm glad you guys think it's interesting enough to stay and watch, and I appreciate Matthew and Moz and Vinny joining me.
Yeah, no, welcome.
There's a guy called Flying the Mavic Safe. I've just subscribed to him. Just a warning, guys, because I know he's not on here. There is a drone flyer who goes by the handle of the Outback Flyer. If you see him on your channel, and especially around your drone videos, he is a pilot that will report you if you are in breach. Trust me, I know.
Well, that's definitely the Outback Flyer.
The Outback Flyer. And he has a drone video up, just one video of a weir up in Queensland somewhere. So, yeah, just
I don't think I run across him, but thank you for the warning. Appreciate it.
Just a heads up, because he gave me a hard time.
Yeah, some people just, you've got to learn to just let people do what they want to do and keep their mind going.
Have you guys registered your drones with that, with CASA? Like they give you the free registration where basically you get a drone number.
Yeah.
And you've done that, have you?
I have, yeah.
I've got the paperwork ready to send off for it.
Yeah.
Well, what's your opinions on that? Do you not think you should, or?
No, I did it. I think it's great because, you just ring them up, if there's a problem. And if it's going to be a problematic area, I just ring them up and say, listen, I'm going to be flying here. Here's a drone. Oh, yeah, okay, no worries. You're allowed to fly there. Good. Okay, so it's all clear. It's all clear, you know what I mean?
I got one as soon as that came out, but I haven't actually had cause to ring them yet. So hopefully I don't. So any plans for either of you or any of you to get your license?
I would love to.
Yeah.
That would be too much money, Vinny?
I think at the moment it's at about $3,000 down here.
Yeah, $3,500. No, thanks.
Yeah. You got to weigh it up. It's all right to get the license if you are going to make a profit out of it, but the problem is, as the technology gets more and more popular, everyone's going to get a drone, and it's going to be that mates thing. You know what I mean? Oh, can you film it? Yeah, all right. And you're always going to get people undercutting you for anything in the world, you know what I mean? And I think that drone technology is expanding rapidly, especially with Amazon and all those places giving you drones that deliver goods to your door. I mean, wow.
Yeah. But you can think of that as a good reason to get into it, though, because it's still early stages before any of that happens, and I don't know. I'm really torn because obviously, like most of us, we would love to fly for a living, but even the chances, it's not just the flying doesn't concern me at all. It's the fact that, like anybody who works for themselves, you basically got to concern yourself about where the next dollar's coming from. Always be chasing jobs.
I'd hate to see what the public liability would actually be on having because once you're licensed, you are a remote pilot, and I'd hate to see what the insurances would cost.
Yeah, you can't justify those expenses unless you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to have regular work. But maybe if you had contacts in the mining industry or I don't know, in agriculture or something that.
I see where Vinny's coming from. That it's not worth spending the money if you can't get the work.
Yeah.
And like he said, with all people buying drones left, right, and center, where are you going to get the work from?
Well, that's right. I mean, you look at how the Spark is marketed. The Spark is marketed to take weddings, to take birthdays and things like that. But the thing that people don't realise, and this is where DJI have got a bad marketing attitude, is that, buy the Spark and fly it around in the house and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. It still falls under CASA regulations. The minute it takes off the ground and is 1 inch off the ground, it's in airspace.
Definitely it is.
That's...
You've only got to lose. I mean, we've seen so many people lose control of these things, and like you said, even with the small ones, it's gonna slice somebody, and eventually there's going to be a court case.
Well, you see, there was two marketing strategies to the Spark. One was upon first release, where they had people indoor in a building, and they never showed it properly because it was always out of focus. But you can pick it. They've got safety netting, and then the people behind the safety netting. But when they marketed it to the public, it was like there was kids drawing chalk drawings on the footpath, and the mums flying the Spark right above their head.
Yeah.
It doesn't fall under the category of a toy. It's actually a drone, you know.
So yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't heard, CASA, getting on their case in Australia. I mean, they can't do anything about the marketing internationally, but they can certainly say something about the Australian marketplace.
And like, I don't know if you watched my videos on hacking the DJI.
Yes, I did.
I actually, if you've got Linux running on any of your PCs, it's easier to hack than if you haven't. But it's all because it's Wi-Fi technology, and anything about satellite communications, they have this in Foxtel and all that sort of stuff. They have an Iridetto proprietary protection on the signal, and it's basically the same thing with this. It's actually a protected signal, but I did manage to sniff everything out that I had to on the device, and mine's still hacked. However, I have lost features in the DJI app where I can't do point of interest anymore or anything like that, but I can get this. I can get distance now, but it's not worth doing if you're losing the functionality. Like such as point of interest.
And what about if you change to Litchi instead of the DJI Go app? Same thing.
Can I be honest? I'm actually not comfortable with Litchi because I've never tried it, but just I've seen people. Maybe it's the pilots. I don't know. I've seen people say lose control of their drones and flyaways and stuff like that. You know that the expat Mazaron is in Spain there. You know, he's always, I don't know, maybe it's Spain, always having trouble with his drones. And I've never had the kind of trouble he has, but I was watching him with the Litchi app and all that. And yeah, it just sort of made me a bit weary. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that remember when I lost my drone in the forest for 5 days? That was I was using Litchi then, and I had lost complete control of it, and it just sat there and hovered until it ran out of battery and went down into the forest. But since then, I kind of started very gingerly after I got my new drone, and I've been using Litchi the whole time. I haven't had a single problem with it since then. So I don't know whether it was a one-off or what.
What new drone did you get?
Oh, I just got another Phantom 3 Standard. I just replaced it with another one. So.
What were you saying, Moz?
When you lost the signal from it, did you switch over to, say, a sports mode or something like that and then take control of it again? Because that generally cancels Litchi.
No, I didn't switch. Well, there isn't sports mode on the P3 standards, but I tried everything. I tried the return home function. I tried turning off the controller altogether in the end. I tried everything and nothing. It just sat there. I could see it. It was like 380, 400 meters from me, hovering above the trees. And I couldn't even get, like, for a while, I thought, I'll actually try and get over to where it's, because I know it'll go down. I'll just stand underneath it as it's coming down. But I was flying in this rocky creek terrain thing with fast flowing fresh water, and there's no way I would have made it over there without killing myself. So.
Yeah, well, I tested both mine, the Mavic and the Phantom 4, and with the Mavic I switched it to sports mode, and I got control of it. It stopped the waypoint flight.
Okay.
With the Phantom 4, I flicked it over to ATI or whatever the settings are away from the GPS and got control of it, and it was able to fly it. It just cancels the waypoint mission.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That might be something if you do decide to go after. But you sound like you're pretty comfortable with the Go app, Vinny.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just something I'm used to. You know, I'm not bagging Litchi or any apps whatsoever. I guess it's sort of like the Mavic. I have a hard time grasping the thought of owning a Mavic because I've owned a couple of DJI Phantoms and I'm used to that body shape, and I know that the DJI Phantom 4 Pro is my ultimate goal, to get that. You know, that's what I want. I mean, look, Moz has got the advantage of space, carrying it wherever he wants, and I understand that would be great, but I'm just used to that thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I just have a backpack and throw it on the backpack, my Phantom, and it doesn't seem to be too much of a drama. But yeah,
the actual Phantom 4 has allocation on the remote control unit for retracts. You can actually buy retracts for the Phantom 4, and so that would be good. That would save you a bit of space in carrying it, but then you're exposing the camera. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if the camera is unmountable or whatever, because I know it's a different setup in the gimbal to the camera on the Phantom 4.
I think I think you can take it. I think you can take it off, but I'd have to.
Can you, Moz?
What's that? Sorry.
Can you take the camera off the Phantom 4?
Never tried.
Yeah,
not going to play with it like that.
Yeah.
No. Before we go any further, I've got to say good day to Choppers Rule 1, who's just joined us in the live chat. His real name is Mark, and so he must be a good fella, and he actually lives in Townsville. Nice. Not a drone flyer, but definitely a YouTuber. Does a lot of mechanical stuff, building a racing lawnmower, and builds push bikes from scratch, and does a lot of mechanical stuff. So anybody who I'm just giving him a personal shout out, especially seeing he's a local fella. Anyone who wants to go and give him a sub, I'm sure he'd much appreciate it.
I subbed you.
Thanks, guys.
When you mentioned what he does, I remember years ago in Dubbo in New South Wales, there was a guy that built a bike, and he used 2 cylinders off a Marlin Spitfire engine.
Oh, yeah. That's something that Choppers Rule 1 would be into for sure. He always finds things that are machines that are broken, and somehow manages to create parts out of nothing and make things go again. So he's a good fella to know.
Well, this guy actually sliced 2 cylinders off a V12 engine and machined it and made it work in a bike.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I've got a 5.5 horsepower Honda motor sitting in the garage, and I wanted to make a remote control car out of it. And I thought, okay, it's quite big. It's a motor, and I looked at the technology out there that's available to make a servo to actually control the steering and the throttle on this. And there's actually a company, and I couldn't believe it, that they sell you a unit that turns a wiper motor into a servo. And this servo, you know how torquey wiper motors are.
Yeah.
It's, quite torquey. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that'll be next on the agenda, to make a remote control car out of a 5.5 horsepower Honda. I'd love to do that because I've seen it done on YouTube and they look really good. They're not that fast, but they work.
There you go. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you do that eventually.
Yeah, that would be good.
Hey, what I wanted to ask you too, Vinny, whatever happened to your plan to build your own version of the Osmo?
Okay, I've got the tubes and I've got the batteries ready, but because it's winter still here, and my machines, I'll call it my machine shop, are exposed to humidity, I tend to grease things up so I don't get rust on the beds, on the lathe bed and on the milling machine and all that sort of stuff. So as we're progressively getting warmer. Probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'll get some diesel on the machinery and keep on going with it, because I don't, I'm not a winter person. I really don't like going outside in the shed in winter unless I've got a fire, and because there's so many explosive materials in the shed, I can't have a fire unless I put myself in orbit. So yeah, I'm going to start on that again. But I've got all the parts, and that's ready to go. So that's I've got the tubes. I actually bought components of a gimbal ×3, and I've slapped them together. So I'm doing it as cheaply as possible to get the best result. It's going to be quite bigger. We're talking about, say, a foot in height, but I'm hoping that it all works. It's the hardest part's the machining at the moment, because like I said, everything's in winter mode. Because I actually left my machines exposed one year, and I started getting rust patches on my milling machine bed, and I was really disappointed with that, because I like keeping my milling machine nice and tidy.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh well, we'll look forward to when that one comes out. It'll be interesting to see if you can do it for. That's one thing that I definitely is on my wish list, is to get a handheld gimbal of some description. But obviously, again, it's
because I've looked at them. They're $300, and I'm up to $79 each so far. But that's not including any of my time in building anything. Just in parts alone, it's $79 each, and that's pretty reasonable, I think.
See, there's a video I've been doing the rounds at the moment where some guys just put I think it might only be a 2-axis gimbal, but it's just a regular gimbal from a drone, and he's mounted it in. I think he made a handle out of paddle pop sticks glued together or something. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that. It was really good, actually.
Yeah, and the batteries inside, like up in the handle, and it looks really good. I wouldn't mind giving that a crack. I just wish I was a bit more electronically minded. I'd like to do that. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I just learn things. I blow things up, and then I keep doing it again till I learn it right. I suppose that's how I got it.
Learning by mistakes. It's at least hopefully you don't make the same mistake twice, and that's all right.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've exploded quite a few things, put it that way.
No dents in the shed roof or anything?
No, actually, yeah, when I was making moonshine. Yeah.
That's another story for another time.
Biggest mistake with that was using an open flame.
Oh, God, I thought you'd have known better than that, Vinny.
It was quite a long time ago. I was really, really, really young. Yeah.
Young and stupid. We were all young and stupid once.
Yeah. It was explosive without a fire, put it that way.
What was that, Mike?
What do you mean once?
Yeah, exactly.
Now that we're older, we don't need any excuses. We can get away with stuff like that.
Well, yeah, there is that. That's a fair point.
Now, well, with age comes experience. I can now say that the sun shines on the roof, but the moon shines in the shed.
Boom. Very good. What's Chopper's Rules just said? I had a few dents in the floor under my house, made a tennis ball cannon. That'd be interesting. There you go.
I've made one of those.
Yes, you creative types, you like to build things. My bravest attempt at doing anything was that when I think I made a video of it where I actually replaced the motor on my Phantom. That's about as brave as I got, unsoldering and resoldering a motor on.
Yeah. My brother-in-law lives up in Newcastle, and he showed me this thing that he used to do when he was a kid, the old style fire extinguishers that you filled with water. They were mostly in schools and stuff like that, where you could actually unscrew the top off those, and you could actually unscrew the hose off those. So you replace the hose with a bit of PVC, and we used to take it down the beach with a foot pump. We'd pump a shitload of air into it, put our star sinkers, and just cast out into the surf with this thing.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah, we got some distance, a lot of distance.
Well, those potato cannons that they make out of PVC with a just a little electric igniter, and I think they just spray hairspray or something in them.
Yeah.
It's so much of a similar thing.
Yeah. I made one as recently as about 3 months ago for my mate's son, and yeah, I don't know, just saw lemons flying everywhere.
Yeah, it's definitely something for teens would love, and those of us who are still teens underneath this
I'll tell you what,
fossil doll exterior of ours.
I'm going to ask you guys a question while you're on here, right?
Yeah, go on.
What is you guys' idea of electricity and water mixed together?
Shocking.
All right.
Absolutely shocking.
I've got a video. I've got a video on my channel. I'll see if I can put the link up where I actually. I'll send it to you guys in the email, where I actually strip a lead, an electrical lead. It's plugged into a 240 volt socket. Our sockets. I put it in the bowl of water, and I put my hand in it, and I just hold it there.
Well, would you be standing on a couple of feet of rubber or something?
No. That's just it was to prove a point, a physics point, that you actually cannot get electrocuted the way the movies portray it. And I've had people here. I've had people here, and I've got the lead, and I've got a light globe, and I'm sparking the light globe, and then I put it in the water, and I put my hand next to it, and everyone, you can actually win big money on this. But I highly, please, anyone watching, don't do it.
I can see that there's some litigation coming here, Vinny.
Yeah, don't do it. But yeah, it's very hard to get electrocuted the way the movies portray it.
So we can't just throw a hairdryer into the bath to get something.
No.
Okay.
No, because the electricity, it takes the shortest path possible to return to itself. Let's just say that. And it's all about the resistance of the skin and the human body, and a lot of physics into it. But it's, what you see in the movies.
Your circuit breaker is.
Yeah, I never tripped it. I've done it 3 times at home now, and people just think you're cuckoo. You know what I mean? But
I'm surprised you've still got the other half still there, Vinny.
She thinks I'm fucked.
Well, man, I can tell you there aren't too many people who'd stick around if their husband was doing that. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, she's seen some strange things come out of this brain, I tell you.
You're a weird and a wonderful person, Vinny, but that's why we like you.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, She thinks I'm weird just because I've got a drone. She said, all drone people are weird. I said, okay, how's that work?
well, if that's the case, I'm just happy to be weird. I don't mind.
Yeah, I love flying my drones. I love it.
Absolutely. I'll be going out again tomorrow and the next day. Anytime I get... I'm only working 5-hour shifts this week, so there'll definitely be excuses to go out and fly again.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
There's did you see that video I put up of called Drone, that new app called Drone Harmony?
Yeah, I did actually.
I want to try to do a bit of experimenting with that in a very large open space.
Yeah.
Looks like there could be something. I'm just keen to try these things out, although they do say that's in beta. So, I could be due for a crash video coming up soon.
Yeah, I don't know about beta testing. Not keen on that stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a day too. We've been on here for quite a long time. So
definitely we have.
Thank you very much, everybody, for being here, especially all the people in the chat. I really appreciate that, guys. And I will be doing another one of these. I can't say exactly when yet, but I'll announce it a few days in advance, and I hope to see some of you here again. All the best, and hopefully we'll have a few more people with cameras on as well.
Sweet.
No worries.
No worries.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
See ya.
Yeah.